What's up, guys? Phil Parker the third here, back again. As always, I gotta rip the shirt. I got my God-inspired shirt, David and Goliath. I like this. And the Bible verse is 1 Samuel 17:47. I'm reading it upside down, so I'm gonna kind of butcher it, but it's all those gathered here will know that it is not by my sword or spear that the Lord saves, for the battle is the Lord's. I don't know if it's just me, but I've been going through it. I'm usually a lot like happier, like just kind of like up and going or joyful. I don't know. You know what I'm talking about. But this past couple days, I've been kind of down in the dumps. The weather's been really bad too, so that kind of helps too. But yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. This YouTube channel, I love it to death, but I'm a little nervous about it. I don't usually talk about stuff like this so openly or anything like that. I usually just kind of mess around and stuff, but I've been getting kind of out of my shell, and I don't know. I've been talking about sex a lot. I've been talking about God a lot, and I've said this before. I don't know if I got it on video or not, but I had a YouTube channel before this that had like a lot more views than it does now, but I don't know. It's just the topics have been changed. I got a lot more mature. I don't know, just kind of adapt into the new change. And I'm a little nervous about kind of doing this. Not a ton, but there's a little bit creeps in every now and then. As you guys know, I've been trying to be a police officer, so I've been studying this a lot. It's a police officer exams for dummies book. This is kind of my little go-to for what I've been doing for a while, so I'm working hard at that, and yeah, just kind of chugging along. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I cut myself shaving like literally a couple seconds ago. But yeah, usually my videos are more kind of prepared out, and I take a couple days, maybe like a day or something, to kind of like go over the material and stuff. But this one I literally just did on the fly. So yeah, all this stuff's kind of a little different than my other videos. But yeah, I've been trying to like rush into my career as a police officer. I might just now figured out a couple days ago that I might be a eunuch, so I may not even get married or have sex or any of that, which is really crazy for me, because that's what I've thought about since I was a little kid. Just a bunch of crazy stuff's been coming up, and I know that I'll push past it. I'm tough. I'm not gonna like freak out, but there's been days where I've just been like, this is ever gonna end, and I'm just wondering, is there somebody else out there that kind of relates to me? I know you're not supposed to like compare, but like I always want to like work my hardest and try to like get into my major and stuff as soon as possible, but it's really tough for me to like go to family dinners and stuff, and like sit with like all my cousins and stuff, and like they're in their career, or they've got their special somebody. You don't have anybody. It's tough, because I'm not anti like any of them. You want the best for them, but it's like like when's yours coming? It's extremely hard for me to. I'm not trying to be prideful when I do it. It's just tough, because you try to be nice, you're trying to do the right thing, and you're not getting blessed as fast, or it's just tough. It's tough for me. It's tough. I'm kind of tearing up right now, because I don't know why I shouldn't have made this a long time ago, but yeah, it's tough for me. I think that the hardest thing is that if you want the same blessing that somebody else has, and I get it, people get it before me, that's cool, but there's some people, man, and it's just, I know I've been working hard. I'm not anti them. I'm not anti their blessings. I want their blessings, but it's like how much more do I have to go through? Because I know some of these people did not go through the same things that I've been going through, and I know because I talked to them. They're like, "What are you talking about? Like what? Like trials? What are you talking about? Like testing? What are you talking about?" It's just really, really hard, man. Just seeing everybody get blessed with the things you want. I mean, you have to wait for it, or potentially not even get it. And that's what hurts me a lot. Like, I want stuff like a marriage, or I want to become a police officer. and other stuff, you know, or a relationship, you know, just that in general. But I know, like, I've got relatives and stuff that are police officers, man, and it's nothing against them. It's just like a lot of their, like, they get stuff really fast, and I'm just like, how did this happen? Like, I'm not even on step 1, you're on step 5 of what I want. And it's just, it's tough, man. I'm not like, you know, you want the best for your family. I know I don't want to ever beat them at a low point. That's horrible, but it's like I'm at the low point and I don't know how much more I'm going to go through, you know? It's just really hard for me at times because you talk to some of these people. I know like everybody's Christian, everybody's like, we all, you know, if you're a Christian, you believe in God, you're saved. But there are a handful of these people like myself that get absolutely hammered in some of these trials, and people around you don't know what you're talking about. They don't understand there's a handful of people who have been picked by God to help. It's really, really, really hard. I'm not better than people, but just explaining my problems, people don't understand. And that's what's really hard. The only person I can explain to is God. And sometimes I don't even know why God's doing the things he does. Do I trust? Yes, but it doesn't make the problems always go away. It just means you got to mold to them. That's what's really, really hard for me. This is the only time I'm going to talk about this. I'm not going to talk about it anymore or ever again. I literally cannot go to bed without praying or I will be attacked by spiritual demons. I don't like talking about this because I don't like using my platform to promote this. But the fact of the matter is, I literally, I had one last night where I'm being attacked by demons. I don't like it. But the fact is, I see people, you know, I'll have spiritual wet dreams and it will be people doing stuff to me that is not, it's pleasurable, but it's not good. I don't want it. And I see my friends and all these other people walking towards the stuff I'm trying to tell you to get away from because I know what is out there. And they go, well, it's fun. And it's very, very hard. It's very hard to grab people and say, listen, this is the reality of your situation. Please turn the other way. I don't want to be the guy to be really harsh with you, but you're not listening. I see all of my friends where if they had something like that, they'd be like, well, it'd be cool. I don't think there's a problem with it. I can't relate to people like that. I'm like my own little person. And it's very, 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 very hard to find somebody that's actually going through what I'm going through. And even as Christians, man, I'm friends with a lot of them. I get it. But if I explain this to people, some of these people are going to think I'm crazy. They don't think that what I'm saying is real or what's going on is actually present. And it's really, really, really hard. When I watch like YouTube or something, you know, stuff with swearing or like horror movies, man, I can't watch that anymore, you know. I don't get any satisfaction out of it. But people around me are like, no, it's okay, you know, it's a Christian, just because you're a Christian, you can watch it, you know, nothing bad will happen to you, yada, yada, yada. Our minds don't work alike, and I'm not better than them or they're not worse than me. It's just, I don't have somebody that truly understands what I'm going through. There's a lot of people who are Christians that think the same way as me, but a lot of them that don't understand the experiences I've had or why you don't want to, these fleshly things aren't fun anymore. And it's really, really, really hard for me to just, I don't know. I'm going to share another experience. And this is, again, the only video I'm ever going to talk about this. I'm not going to share these experiences ever again because I'm not going to use this to boost up spiritual warfare, demonic stuff. It's not me. I'm not going to be the one to do it. I'll literally sit in my college classrooms. This was a year ago. And I was getting hit with spiritual warfare so hard that stuff in my room would start to move. Well, stuff in the classroom would start to move. Doorknobs would jiggle. Then I'd have projectors in class that go, and then the whole class, it's not like, it's like, oh, I know, that was like, everybody watched this. Everybody saw what happened and everybody was freaked out. Everyone's like, but they like played it off like, that was weird. Like, but I know what's going on because it's coming after me and it's hitting me hard. And if I don't mold to this, it gets worse and worse. So I'm not going to sit there. I'm not going to just cry about it, but I can't do this on my own. If you're a Christian, you obviously know the signs of the times we're living in. I mean, it's obvious, and it's really hard. I don't know if it's just me clinging here for too long, but I want to have stuff like a family. I want to have a marriage. I want to have that stuff, and maybe I'm just scared that it'll get taken away. But you know what I mean? Like you want these stuff, you want these things, but we all know we're not here permanently, so we shouldn't value them like to 100% over God, all that stuff. It's just, I'm just coming together with a bunch of different stuff right now, and it's really hard for me to piece everything together. But I'm at least trying. Trying's better than not trying, and I'm never gonna give up. So that's good too. But you get to a point where you get so just overworked that you get like just stress, anxiety, just all that stuff. That's kind of what I'm going through right now, but we'll push through. I'm gonna try to make this video a little lighter, so every time I like feel these experiences, man, I feel like Raiden from Metal Gear. He's talking to Rose about his backstory. It's just really hard when you've got stuff like marriage that you want to have sex, but you want to wait. You don't want to do it the wrong way, but everything gets taken from you, and you don't know what you want anymore or what you'll get, and that's just really hard for me. It's not that I don't trust. I'm just exhausted. I don't know. Everybody else is getting blessed, and it's really hard for me to. And again, I'm not mad, but it's like, if there's a way I can work towards a blessing, I'll do it. But then you continue to work and work and work and work, and you're still in the same spot. I'm kind of tearing up a little bit, but yeah, no, I'm not. I'm a nice kid. I'm a happy kid. I'm not gonna, let this get to me, but I'm definitely down. That's all I'll say. But yeah, you keep working hard. You keep doing the right stuff, man. But I don't know. I'll figure this out. There's always light at the end of the tunnel. And, if you go through some hardships, maybe, who knows, maybe I'll bump into her in an hour. I have no idea. But, I don't know. I'm going to read kind of the Bible verse that stuck out to me. I watched a YouTube video on this. Like, it was kind of recommended. I'm going to link it down below. I can't remember the guy's name, but I've been watching him for a little bit, and this one kind of stuck out for me. The Bible verse is 2 Corinthians 12, 7 through 10. It's, or because of these surpassingly great revelations, therefore, in order to keep me from becoming conceited, I was given a thorn in my flesh, a messenger of Satan to torment me. 3 times I pleaded with the Lord to take it away from me. But he said to me, my grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. Therefore, I will boast all the more gladly about my weaknesses, so that Christ's power may rest on me. That is why, for Christ's sake, I delight in weaknesses, in insults, in hardships, in persecutions, in difficulties. For when I am weak, then I am strong. The other Bible verse that stuck out to me was James 3:14 through 17. I'm going to read that as well. Here we go. But if you harbor bitter envy and selfish ambition in your hearts, do not boast about it or deny the truth. Such wisdom does not come down from heaven, but is earthly, unspiritual, demonic. For where you have envy and self-ambition, then you find disorder and every evil practice. But the wisdom that comes from heaven is first of all pure, then peace-loving, considerate, submissive, full of mercy and good fruits, impartial and sincere, peacemakers who sow in peace reap a harvest of righteousness. Yeah, so to finish out this video, I'm just gonna put it here. I've been going through it, man. There's been days where I've just been tearing up, man. I've been crying, just trying to get through this. Trying to either rush really fast into my career and stuff, or go really slow and kind of realize I've been going too slow and I have to pick up the pace a little bit. So I just need to kind of find that happy medium that doesn't stress me out, but also doesn't, make me too relaxed. And I think that's what I just need to do right now, is just kind of chill. I don't know if there's anybody else that relates to this message or not, but anyone else seeing this, have a great day. God bless.